think you want to leave it on an island, and Kingen just slams in the Varus. You know, we saw the Vayne ban, but the Varus left open available. And I think so now they're both low HP. They might look for a dive here.
Yeah, I mean, another taunt comes in. Diablo gets the kill, looking for another one on a lazy field, and it's a double under the turret. Early gank here on the top lane, but there's a massive wave.
But it crashes, so they're fine.
So Kingan's going to dodge when becomes lightning. He gets dashed in on here. He's doing a bit of damage to Willer. But eventually in the 1v2, okay, he's able to flash away. Willer pretty low himself, takes an arrow to the face to flash forward though.
Scout's
and he picks up the kill, and now Scout, he wants to get fed early. And he will be able to. Picks up one, looks for Frog, but then tanks the turret, and we all...
more of a max thing.
I mean, you're from... Okay, well, Kingan's just dead, and they know this. Lens is like, yeah, okay, cool story. And they both just walk it off.
Oh, the ult's available for Scout and an alternator. Alternator ignite. The damage in this skirmish that this champion has, very threatening. Could easily burst through a Bard right now.
Lehens has flash. Okay, he's just going to die. He's baiting them, I suppose. The exhaust comes in. Scout picks up a kill. And here's Diablo, and it was all a bait all along, although that is a kill now for the Yunara. Lazyfield, though, is alone, and Scout be able to pick him up, and he's got 4 kills already, Ox. And UCal just decides it's not worth to follow. As now we're looking for a dive. Speaking of which, Scout is here, and so is Sponge. The flash comes in with a taunt, and it is just hunting season underneath. He got a double kill. He's 6.
Please. Get it right.
Sorry, I'll be more
which I don't think it's inherently bad having the bulkiness against.
He's back, by the way. Lazyfield gonna get taunted, and by he I meant the both of them. As down will go Lazyfield. That is going to be the end of Lehens, but you know, another kill over to Nongshim, I suppose. They're not so unhappy about that.
Yeah, not the clearance dive. I think good work from Lazyfield and Andal to try to mitigate it a bit, so it's just a 1-for-1. But the problem is, once again, we're seeing farm be missed by Lazyfield, who's really fallen behind in this matchup. Has 3 kills, and despite that, is down 300 gold. Oh no.
Okay, well, Andal gonna try to flash away. Doesn't get in range of his own magical journey, and now Willer at least is able to get the big circle up and flash away.
Still no Rod of Ages for the Orianna.
So this happened, by the way. Little submarine Shen action on the Locke.
Who can match up to him in a side lane?
No. They're going to go in, and Willer does not have his crescent card, so he's just dead. Lehens might be the sacrifice again, but that's where he's comfortable. He's been doing that all game. And now Andal's like, well, I don't have anything either. No magical journey, no flash, no life. He's dead. They're going to give that kill over to Diablo.
7.
This is getting pretty
nasty.
He did buy the Medjais. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Frog says, I have Mega. Surely I can lock this guy down. Doesn't even hit the boulder. And by the way, Lehens is here. So, see you later, Frog. It was nice knowing you. I hope
to make it so it's not so powerful. You know what Locke's...
Do what they did to Camille?
You know what Locke's true counter is?
No. Well, you can bait him into a fight. Maybe that helps. Wait, the entire team is here. There's the great health and the shield, and now Willer's like, I'm the frontline, guys. Trust me. As Kingen gets pretty low, maybe Frog can take him out with the hop, and that he does. But now with the Mega coming on in here, now Lazyfield, a lot of low health bars, trying to make something happen. Looking to get that big shutdown onto Scout, who's just going to flash the wall, and he's still not dead.
Just bought the Medjais.
So
2 seconds away from the dash.
Oh, okay. Maybe they get him here? No?
He's still running.
Oh, this is kind of disgusting. He is still on the run. Now he does have to take the wide way around, but UCal with his flash is going to try to take him down, surely.
He didn't spot him.
No!
Oh, no. That was not only a humongous shutdown, but...
Or they're like Camille and they make a return, you know, many years later because they have tons of Locke.
In this 4 roll?
Yeah. I don't know if Locke can really do that. But I'd like to be proven wrong.
It's interesting Locke doesn't have the lockdown.
Trying to get in here. I mean, Sponge not able to get the smite as the eye is hit here by Willer, and that will be the end of him. As nice little dodge here by UCal.
They won't get the Eye of the Herald, though. So,
yeah,
not really too much to be gained. More Medjai stacks. Scout.
He got the kill.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Well, top tower going to die. Mid tower under threat, but I don't think Scout is going to kill it right now. 16 stacks on the Medjais.
Yeah. I don't feel like there's any other champ.
Because I don't think you're going to win this game without getting picks. I think in a straight up 5v5, you're not doing so hot.
Oh boy, here he comes, and he's got a Shen with them as well. The great health is there. In goes Lehens, and a little bit of backup from Diablo, who's making his way over. Bit of a broken fight. As now the Mega Gnar comes in, and Frog immediately times out. And he's like, oh god, I guess I'm just going to run away.
Able to play this defensively there and mitigate the pressure. You know, it was a big commitment from Nongshim. A lot of members down here and with the channel, but Kiwoom DRX holds strong and force them back.
Not really a lot of answers for them. They're trying to lock him down. Let's see if this does work out. Scout going to run away very fast and drop down and ult himself. Tries to rocket belt away. Ucal on the chase as well. Scout tries to flash, and they finally get him. As now, Andal going to throw down an ult here on a Sponge, who is looking to get revenge for those Medjai stacks, you can tell. As eventually Andal's going to go down. Waiting for that Mega Gnar, perhaps. That's another kill as they take down Willer. And, yeah, Frog's just by his lonesome. So they got Locke, they got Scout, but maybe they lose the Baron.
Yeah, that's going to be the tricky part. A lot of gold and the Medjai stacks. So a lot of pressure to be built up here. And not a ton of recourse. Not the easiest engage to pull off from Kiwoom DRX. You know, conditional having like Mega Gnar, having the Bard lander. Tempered Fate, in Scout moving to mid. Lazyfield is the one to match him, which doesn't feel too comfortable, but it looks like he'll force him away. And now they're looking for a dive, potentially.
Again, they don't have to, but, you know, if they get an option, Lehens drop
in the Yunara. But the fact is, there's another very real threat on this lineup.
Yeah, they got the guys closing in here. At first I thought it was just Kingen, but we have Sponge here, we have Scout and Lehens nearby.
Well,
and they push up a little bit too far. Looks like now they're going to try to punish this Mega Gnar as well. And, yeah.
He has tried to be active in this game and get things done. Unfortunately, it did just kind of backfire.
Yeah. And they don't really have the option to lock down Scout mid.
Down?
Yeah, I keep saying that. I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's
happening. Lead. Mountain, Soul as well. Oh, they're looking at the Scout again.
And there's the Rocket Belt, going to help them out quite a lot. And this time the rest of the team is here. So they're just able to turn tail and fight them here. 9k gold up as Ucal's getting bullied by a Jarvan double knock. And now Diablo's on that back line. And nobody can really help both of those carries of Kiwoom DRX, as they're not even able to take out Scout either. Diablo is going to tie to the turret, funnily enough. But
Scout is chasing Frog. When the OTP?
Uh-oh. Well, yep, there he goes. Goodbye.
Yeah.
See you in game 2.
He now has 25 stacks on the Medjai. You know what I respect so much? He didn't go Zhonya's, right? He didn't go Seekers. He's like, I want to do more damage.
Yes.
And that build is kind of disgusting. So we saw it on display. Frog got a little bit squished there. And now I think it is time for the game to end.
Well, this is why we have Fearless Draft, I suppose, as game number 1 is going to go the way of Nongshim, as they're having a little bit of fun here at the very end. Kingen's like, let me show you that I am also powerful, and then immediately dies. And that's a little bit embarrassing, but fine.
Oh my god, I thought Lazyfield is the Sivir. I feel like they have a good amount of DPS with the Cassiopeia, but shredding through, you know, there's the Hen, the Leona, definitely the look. And he'll look like exactly like that picture. Now they go for a dive again.
Bot again, as it is going to be going all in on the Lazyfield. The spell shield is good, but Lehens very happy to once again trade his life for that, as the kill goes over to Diablo, and a giant wave is missed here by Lazyfield.
And I just love this approach. They go for the early dive to punish the enemy AD carry, the scaling AD carry. That's
little tick.
Syndra. Sponge did this. Didn't have as much of an active early game last game, but has taken the time here. Now is being challenged again. Andal is just running at it.
He's like, no, I get the kill. I kill him. Yeah, trust me, bro. Probably gonna kill the Hens actually, or at least give the kill over to Lazyfield. So the aggressive play from Andal is good.
He wouldn't say trust me, bro, because he's on Kiwoom DRX. He'd say trust me. So that's a definite advantage in this situation.
Yeah, but Kingen's a world champion, so you know. Good luck, Frog. Diablo's taking about a bazillion damage. Flash comes in, Assassin onto is real. As Diablo's like, no, I get the root here, and I also die. LazyFeel going to pick up that one, looking for another kill on a Lehens. Was it a bait all along? LazyFeel still going to pick up 2, but at least Sponge does clean up. Yeah.
And I think a big aspect for Nongshim was leveraging the Lee Sin.
Gonna flash away. And now we have Ambessa from top lane. And Scout's like, well, I guess I'm just dead. And that he is. Yukal gonna pick up that kill.
Ambessa.
Yeah. Again, I want to see where he's going to be able to use that threat as Scout in a bit of trouble. And he's just going to walk it off. Not in trouble at all. But now we got Ondil. Both supports coming in as they're just trying to burst down the Skarner again. But having such a hard time of it. A shield comes down and Willer survives. And Kiwoom DRX are walking their way to the bank with 1,000 gold in the lead.
So Kiwoom DRX,
we are definitely pro Heartsteel on this desk as Willer's getting in there once again. And again, really no recourse for the team as that will be the end of Scout.
There's a Heartsteel
eventually,
noise. And another?
Ondil picks up the kill. And now Lehens has to flash away. Looking a little bit like game 1.
Charges in, lands are slow, lands the ult, the stun very late from Scout. And then there's the first noise. Oh,
it's Lehens' turn.
And another?
Yeah. I heard that sound for sure. So he picked up the sack. They gave the kill to Lee, but
good to have.
It's a good amount.
Better than 66.
It is, yeah. I'm a fan. Oh, nice staunch here by Kingen, but he does have 4 people collapsing onto him, and that's not gonna feel good. Yukal's like, well, I'll just flash away, and he will be totally safe. There is the res, and eventually Kingen will die. Really, just the question is who picks up the kill. Stun comes in, they want to give it to Frog. Willer says no, thank you very much, I'll take that.
Now he's at 90 stacks, wow.
Also a pretty solid number.
What a value buy, just getting stacked up so quickly already. And Nongshim, I think they really need to find isolated targets. Because I think the more grouped up, the more this front line is in the way, they're going to struggle. So far we've seen Sponge kick the Skarner a couple of times. Now they are looking, would you believe, not for the Skarner, for the Ambessa, but they have run into the Scorpion.
Yeah, Land's dead. So he picks up the kill. Public execution here is going to be the end of him. They give the kill over to...
he gets the Heartsteel to finish him off 115.
It's doing enough. Not to the Skarner. The Jhin's going to take about 8,000 years to get online to deal damage to Skarner. And Kingen's like, you know what? I'm going to take this into my own hands. LazyFeel does not have his flash, so a bit of a shield comes through. No follow-up is there, but actually a stun on 2. They get Ondil. Diablo now is super low.
Look, you were probably focused on the bottom side of the fight. Will it drag Diablo under the tier 2 tower?
Okay.
They found him.
Surely. I believe they got him this time.
He just...
they got him. They did. And Diablo got the kill. He got the shutdown. They get mid-turret. Nongshim are right back on the board.
Brendan, I have a concern. To get this build online, to have any chance of killing... Not just the Skarner, by the way. I know we focused on the Skarner. There's an Ambessa too.
Looking for LazyFeel. Looks like no spell shield, and he's just dead.
At some point late?
Maybe against the Syndra, maybe against Scout. Kiwoom DRX, you know, they were in a good spot. Not necessarily anymore.
Yeah, now down in gold, which is crazy to say after how this game started. Now, I do still think in the later stages, Kiwoom DRX composition feels very good, but they've thrown away a massive lead. And Nongshim just been finding these picks.
Diablo's like,
dead.
Well, yeah. Just put the Heartsteel stack in the bag. Willer! Come on!
Now you start to feel guilty for taking all those kills?
Chivalrous. Yeah, and now they're just going to collapse in the bot lane.
Okay, get this one, get this one.
That'll be the end of Lehens.
He killed him too quick.
Yeah, no, he didn't get it. And Sponge too. So the dive on the Frog does not work. And Yukal picks up his 3rd kill of the contest.
What was the context of the Herald there? And he just drives it into that wall. You've been playing Skarner all game. That is the closest champion in terms of driving, I think, other than maybe Sion, to the vibe of Herald. Like, if you're playing Skarner well, you should be able to drive that
through the wall. They're trying to focus Willer again, and the Impale comes down, and they say, you know what? Actually, we can just go for LazyFeel, who's out of position here on the left side. Down he goes. And now the rest of Kiwoom DRX is just on the run. But the chase is on for the side of Nongshim. Ondil alone in the pit, and this is some clear Fries group gaming right now.
Yeah, Nongshim really taking control of this game, and LazyField just out of position. We're seeing the short-ranged aspect of Kiwoom DRX's composition. The fact that Sivir is, that could have been your silver lining.
There were a couple of times where he could have min-maxed it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So, all right, they're trying to go on Ondil here. We'll see how that works, as not really connecting there. Ondil turning back into this one as we're just throwing stuff at each other. Ondil says, okay, I'll go down. Big Grim Deliverance, and LazyField is frontlining, just dies, runs into the enemy team, and accepts his fate as Frog gonna take a little scattered the weak, as now Frog is in a bit of trouble. Takes some damage from the Baron, and Kingen is just keeping the rest of the team interested. Gonna zone them away as well, as now they win the fight. Maybe look at the Baron.
Nongshim start the fight, and again, LazyField caught out of position. The Sivir just not able to. So it's Nongshim with the control with the Baron, and Kiwoom DRX trying to defend. Sponge looking for a play.
Just getting in there. They're going to actually get Willer down, but now Sponge just have to flash away. That is now a Scorpion off of the Rift, and another missed hook here for Ondil. But running out of
guys, do not end before we get Cloud Soul. I need to show you something sick. He's going to ult and then just immediately cancel it for the movement speed.
Just play Rammus, bro. Like, you don't have to play this champ.
Guys, it's the meta at the moment. You can play anything bot lane. You could have just picked Rammus. That could have been a thing, but it was Viper, but he's not here anymore. So let's not talk about him before we get sad. No, Engage coming in with a TP.
Yeah, a little bit of a flank TP angle, and they don't seem to have any idea about it. They're just going to go in on a UCal. A Sponge looks for the angle. The kite back here from Kiwoom is not bad. They're not really going to be able to catch anyone, Nongshim, here.
Honestly,
Ondil lands it, but that's an Eclipse Leona. Not going to do the damage. Throws the Unleashed Power straight into the Nautilus. They have the gold to do the damage, and Diablo picks up that kill on a Frog, too. That's 2 for 0, and Nongshim still in the lead.
So Nongshim was so fine with that play because they got flashes from Syndra, Cassiopeia and Sivir, and they were like, we can just back off and this is flawless for us. We got both of the carries flashes, and no one died. And then Kiwoom DRX said, well, you just borrow some from Zaahen's passive.
Yeah. Why doesn't Jhin get some, passive stats? We got a...
I mean, he kind of does his
Mega
passive.
Flank.
Attack speed turns into AD.
Well, yeah, but that's his passive, not his ult. Gonna get on in here.
Oh no.
As there's a very nice
the ult.
Actually a big stun on the multiple, as now Frog is in there. They take out the Jhin, and now Kingen's kind of in no man's land. We are going full Fries group, as though they are gonna get the kill on about the carries of Kiwoom DRX now, and perhaps it just doesn't matter. The staying power of the Zaahen is a little bit too much.
And IE doesn't give that much movement speed. As in it gives not.
That's true.
Oh no, UCal.
This keeps happening where they're not really covering their flanks. They're just going to try to send it all in onto the Leona. The big kick on a 2. And Lahen's is tanking everything, but Willer able to get the Jhin down, and then it's absolute chaos. Big stun on a 4 is going to lock them down, but do they have the damage to chew through Willer this time? I think with Kingen they should. Although, with the Cassiopeia still alive, that's the pullback from Kingen and the knock-up. And UCal
right now. And the end result...
Although for tilt factor, it's huge.
Get any more immortal?
All right, they're going to try to press their buttons in the general direction of Nongshim with that on the hunt. They almost get lands. Really nice ult, actually, on the flank there. They take out Kingen this time around.
He's still alive!
His own alive! And the passive comes up at the last moment. Not able to deal with Kingen. World champion, by the way.
What is this champion?
This time it's the Zaahen we're talking about.
Oh man, it was Locke last game for this game. He was like the tiniest amount of HP. They were so sure they killed him. And then he just survives long enough to get the passive off. Suddenly he's full health again. I don't know what to make of it, but the answer is going to be a 2-0 for Nongshim. I think Kiwoom DRX, I think champions they must ban. I think there's a list right now, and I think Zaahen and Locke a little bit problematic. Don't want to deal with those again.
Just, the start of the list, I think there's other things that they'll have to deal with as well if they want to have a chance here in the Rise group. But for now, it's all Nongshim, as this time Kingen gets